How to write a book, writer's block.
Richard, as an author, how do you overcome writer's block?
Cool question, Kristen. And so I wasn't sure if you mean as an author, you being an author, or me being an author. So
you.
Okay, so me.
Yes.
Okay. The good news is that when you're writing nonfiction, so if you're writing a novel, I've heard of people running into writer's block, and it's difficult to deal with in a novel because there's a certain amount of creativity that's going on in that process.
Right.
I'm a nonfiction writer, and so when you view my materials, the Zen of Sales, Hit the Brakes on Car Repair ripoffs, stuff like that, it's technical information. And so my job really is to just get that information on paper. So when I run into writer's block, it really isn't writer's block, it's attention problems. Are you with me?
Yes.
So I may be thinking about a date that I have tonight. I may be thinking about some other project that I'm working on. I may be thinking about a ride that I'm going on this weekend. I could be thinking about a myriad of different topics, and those are preventing me from focusing on what I need to be writing about.
So kind of like an ADD.
Almost, yeah. I hate to call it that because
yeah,
then
I
would be calling myself that.
Everybody labels everything ADD these days.
Yes.
But yeah.
So totally true. And so that becomes the issue, is that writer's block when you're dealing with nonfiction stuff is normally about you're just not really focusing on your project. And really what gets you to focus on your project? Focus on the project. You won't normally hear me say, how do I stop doing such and such? Oh, just stop doing such and such.
Right.
It's kind of a stupid answer. But when you're writing nonfiction material, it really is just push that stuff into the background and get your writing going by dealing with the topic at hand.
Now, do you ever run into the problem of the sequence in which you are going to actually put the material down?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, in my program, Finish That Book, How to Write a Quality Book in a Weekend, in that program it talks about sequencing and really when you have set up your book properly right from the start, you don't need to worry about what I'll call the sequencing issues because you're literally moving from step A to step B to step C to step D. And so that process works very smoothly if either you've done it before or if you're doing it for the first time, you're following a specific format on how to do that. I will address real quickly on the creativity issue in writing a novel or something like that, is that there are times when we just need breaks. And when I've spoken with authors of creative works, novels and other types of fiction material, I've become very clear this person's just got to have a break. Now,
what do you call a break? A few hours, a few days, a few weeks, a few months?
It shouldn't be a few months. And I did once run into somebody that once said, oh, I'm an author, and I'm saying, oh, that's great. What are you writing? Well, I've been working on such and such for the past 3 years. And I said, 3 years? Because I thought they were kind of joking.
Right.
And they go, yeah, 3 years. And I go, choose another topic. And I wasn't trying to be a jerk about it.
But they weren't that dedicated.
Yes, there was no dedication to the project. Right. And I'll tell you one thing, Kristen, and this kind of rolls into this, is that when we run into writer's block on what you will call creative projects, our heart is generally not in the project or in the topic. We may want to write about a specific topic, but our heart's just not in it. And I've started writing books before that are nonfiction, that are about important topics, and I'll stop on chapter 2 or 3 and just stop writing and start working on some new project because I'm clear that my heart's just not in that particular project at this particular time.
Right. And I know for me, I'm not an author, but every time I write about something I love and I'm dedicated to, I can't get away from the computer.
Right.
I can't stop writing.
Yeah. When I wrote Keep Your Daughter Safe, I started writing that book at Monday at 6 a.m., and I finished writing that book Saturday at midnight. See? I spent 80 hours because it was important enough for me to get that information out into the world that I needed to get all of that information down now. And so you're absolutely right about that. Yeah. So anyway, that's how I would normally deal with writer's block, is either get focused on the project, take a break, or pick an entirely new project.
I'll have to remember, drop it if I'm not that into it.
Right, perfect.
Got it.
How to write a book, writer's block. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to learn more, please subscribe to our channel.